Ladies, as you can see by the title, this is not my norm video. It is a pretty long video. If you want to watch the whole thing, please. If you've experienced trauma, craziness from a man, they making you think you crazy, making you think that you need them, you need to look at the whole video. Enjoy. Hi guys, thank you so much for coming back to this channel once again. First off, I want to say the shampoo is working, and I also bought the conditioner. So today I just washed my hair and twisted it up. It's coming along. I'm doing the things that I used to do to it to make it grow and become healthy once again. This video here, there was another YouTuber who I was listening to her channel this morning, and she was talking about a true narcissist. Well, guys, I had one in my life. And listen up, ladies. You better learn to love yourself and put yourself first before it's too late. Because at 62, the craziness that I put up with in my earlier years, I would look at a man and go, not me. You need to keep it moving. So let me just read this. Look into gas and electric. Make a police report. Contact prosecutor. Report loss to insurance company. Terminate insurance if possible. Contact realtor. Report theft of business equipment. Get copy of lease. Contact helium company and counsel. Check with judge, County Division 37 about protective order. What the hell? What? Are you serious? That was probably around 2000, 2001. But wait, what exactly is that? That is the narcissist that went to an attorney to get advice about trying to sue me for theft of a business. Guys, a true narcissist is an idiot, and they don't even realize it. How do I know for sure that what's on this paper he didn't write? Because the man barely had an 8th grade education to me, especially on paper. He probably, after the lawyer gave this to him, he probably couldn't even read these big words. You know, these words like terminate, insurance, realtor, protective. He probably couldn't even understand those words. So I know for sure it wasn't him. He told me he went to a lawyer, but then he decided not to hurt me, so he didn't pursue it. I laughed. I said, "Excuse me? You decided not to hurt me?" I said, "No, what you decided was not to make yourself look like an idiot." And when he told me, I honestly thought the man was just talking. Until we were packing up and we were moving from St. Louis, Missouri to Atlanta, Georgia. And I happened to run across this paper. And you see, this is 2023 and I still got it. And the reason why I have it is to remind myself, never, 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 never let a narcissist enter any business that I may have. See, because I started a balloon business in at the end of 1994, the beginning of 1995, when I lived in Atlanta, Georgia. I knew my narcissist since I was a teenager. And I was probably in my late 30s when he asked me to marry him. I lived in Atlanta. He lived in St. Louis. I never had any intention of moving back to St. Louis. But his dad was sick, and he convinced me to move back to St. Louis. And after his dad passed, we were going to move back to Atlanta. He came up with every excuse in the book after his dad passed until I finally told him, I am moving back to Atlanta with or without you. I don't care. St. Louis is not where I want to be. Now, as far as him suing me, like I said, I started the business in Atlanta in 1994 and 1995. And you're going to sue me for theft of a business. You're going to make a police report. You're going to contact the insurance company. You're going to terminate the insurance. The only thing that his name was on was the lease to the store and the LLC for the business. But I was the 51% owner. He was the 49% owner. He couldn't contact the helium company because he had no idea what company the helium came from. He couldn't contact any accounts because his name was not on any of those accounts. And he didn't know where the balloons and different items came from. He couldn't contact the insurance company because he didn't know what insurance company it was, and his name was not on the insurance policy for the store. And you tell me, you didn't want to hurt me, so you just decided to drop it. And this is what I told him. No, you didn't want to go in court and have me to make a total fool of you. I said, because I would have asked the judge, asked him, what balloon companies do we order balloons from? Ask him whose name is on the account. Ask him what the account numbers are. Ask him what's the oldest account. He wouldn't have been able to tell the judge any of that. I had 3 accounts that I could have told the judge and showed the judge that I had since 1995 with my name on it. I knew the account numbers by heart. I would have then asked the judge to tell him to build a balloon column, a balloon arch, anything balloon related. He would not have been able to do it. I would told the judge, ask him how to run the cash register, ask him how to process a charge card. He wouldn't have been able to do any of that. So for you to go contacting a lawyer saying I stole your business, and for you to do anything on this list, he wouldn't have been able to do it. He was so narcissistic. To this day, he don't know that I know that he went into the bank and tried to tell the bank employees, I don't know what's going on. I can't use my debit card, and they're telling me I can't get any money out of my account. What's going on? This is my account. This is my business. to the point that they had to call the manager up to talk to him. The manager told me, she took him in her office. Well, sir, let me look into this and see what's going on. Yeah, because I think somebody stole my business. He went into that bank like an idiot, as if I wasn't going to protect myself. When the bank manager pulled up the information, she told him, she said, sir, I think you know very well what's going on, because the notes in the system says that you were taken off of the business. The LLC has been changed. A copy will be presented to us as soon as your name has been removed. We were able to go ahead and take you off of the business because the person who brought the LLC into us was the 51% owner. We had to remove your name, sir, because she is the owner of the business. It states in here, you know very well what's going on. So, sir, if you don't get out of this bank right now, I am going to call the police and press charges against you, myself, for you coming into this bank, acting as if somebody has stolen your business and you don't know what's going on. She said he got up and left. But let me tell you what he did. He went down to the state of Missouri, or he took somebody down to the state of Missouri and tried to have the LLC change to where he was the owner, whoever the person was who tried to get it changed in his favor. The woman happened to remember me coming in and getting him taken off. And so she said, I asked her, I need to see some ID. She says the lady told her, oh, I left my purse in the car. Let me go and get it and I'll be back. She said the woman never returned. So when I returned to pick up my new LLC, she looked at me, she says, as soon as I told her who I was and the paperwork that I was picking up, she says, I need to see some ID. Sure, no problem. I pulled out my ID and showed it to her. She says, now the reason why I asked you, and I asked you like that, she told me some woman came in here and requested to get her LLC changed. And she said, when she told me the name of the business, I was like, wait a minute. I just changed that business recently. She said, so I asked to see ID and she never came back. I told her, I said, that doesn't surprise me. I said, that doesn't surprise me at all. I said, because I changed it because I had an idiot removed off of it. And I says, he's been to the bank and he realized he cannot do anything. I said, so he brought some woman in here, some stupid woman who thought that she could walk in there and just have the information changed, not knowing she was so stupid, she could have got herself in a lot of trouble. I would have definitely prosecuted him and her. True narcissist. When I decided I'm going back to Atlanta with or without you, he decided, well, I'm going to go ahead and go to Atlanta. You know why? Because this man couldn't take care of himself. I dealt with him for 7 years. And for 7 years, every month, I had to say, do you have your half of the rent money? He tried to come up with every excuse in the book. And I says, well, you know, we're going to be on the streets because I'm not paying the rent by myself. Not doing it. We went to the grocery store one time, and when the lady told us what the amount was, I looked at him. He looking around like he don't understand that grocery has to be paid for. And I says, well, what are you looking around for? You know, open your wallet. Oh, well, you go ahead and take care of it, and I'll give it back to you. I said, you know, I don't play that. go ahead and take care of it, Estelle. I'm going to give it back to you as soon as we leave and I go to the bank. I said, you knew we were coming to the grocery store. You should have stopped by the bank prior. Why do you need to stop by the bank? You got a debit card? Pull your debit card out. Estelle, go ahead and pay for it. I said, look, let me tell you something. I am not paying for this grocery by myself. Either you pull out your wallet and pay half, or you're going to go hungry. Because I'm not buying this grocery. You have been trying this mess on me for so long. I'm sick of it. Either you pull out your wallet now or forget it. He just standing there looking at me. I guess he thought I was joking. I started walking away. The cashier, she's standing there, she looking at me and she looking at him, but she looking at me like, she is serious. She ain't paying for this grocery. When I started walking away, then he said, come back here, come back here. I was like, for what? Are you pulling out your money or what? Yeah, I'm going ahead and pay for it. He pulled out his wallet, paid for his half. I paid for my half. As we're leaving the store, he telling me, I don't believe you embarrassed me like that. I said, no, I didn't embarrass you. You embarrassed yourself. I said, and you continue to embarrass yourself because you think I'm an idiot. I don't take care of men. And I'm not about to start in my late 30s, early 40s. So either you get it in check or you're going to be hitting the road, sir. We moved back to Atlanta. We get an apartment. We're going back to St. Louis to move the furniture down. We get into a heated argument on the way back to St. Louis. He tells me, you think you all this, that, and the other. I tell you what, when we get back to St. Louis, you figure out how to get your stuff to Atlanta yourself, because I ain't going. I looked at him, I said, excuse me, what did you say? You heard me. I says, you said that I need to figure out how to get my stuff to Atlanta by myself, because you ain't going. I looked at him, I said, do you realize what you just said and what you just said to me? I says, because idiot, I moved to Atlanta by myself the first time, drove my own truck with my furniture. So what makes you think I can't do it now? You're sitting over there trying to make an idle threat as if I'm supposed to be scared or something. No, you're the one need to figure it out. We moved to Atlanta. I opened up a store in Atlanta. Oh, when I say he started doing a number on me, oh, I guess he say, I'm going to break her. Because when we got to Atlanta, we're sitting in the leasing office. I'm taking care of my paperwork, and he leaned over and said, you going to put my name on the business? I gave him a look. If looks could kill, this man would be dead. The people in the leasing office, they were looking like, what is going on? So I guess he decided, okay, you don't want to put my name on the business? I'm going to break you. When the rent was due at home, every time the rent was due, he'd go start an argument. I'm out of here. I'm going back to St. Louis. I ain't got time to put up with this. Blah, blah, blah. He'd hit the door and he'd go. After rent is paid, here he coming back. Now, I didn't pay rent on the apartment that both of our names is in, and I didn't pay rent on my store. And he comes back. I thought you were gone. I said, you need to give me half of the rent. I ain't got to give you nothing. My name on this. I ain't worried about you putting me out. My name on this. My name on it. I says, okay. The next month, he did the same thing. 3-4 days later, after he know the rent was paid, here he come back. I told him, I said, you know what? I don't know who you think I am, but I am not going to be paying rent here and at my store, and you leaving every month start an argument, and then you're bringing your tail back, telling me I can't do nothing because your name is on it. I say, I tell you what, do it next month. I ain't worried about nothing. Because you told me that your mama said if you can't pay any other bill, always make sure you pay your rent. So I'm not worried about nothing. Okay. The next month, when he started his argument, I said, I'm telling you now, don't come back down the road. I said, because if you come back down the road, you better come back down the road with full rent money. When I say a full payment, you didn't miss 2 half payments, 1 month and the second month. So you better have a full payment for the rent. Because if you don't, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. Oh, he thought I was joking. He went on down the road. He came on back. Came in the house. I said, you better go down there and pay the rent. I ain't got to go down there and pay nothing because I know my rent paid. I said, how you know your rent paid? Did you pay it? I ain't worried about nothing. I says, I'm telling you, you better go down there and pay the rent. He was so sure I had paid the rent. Didn't go down there to pay the rent. We come home from the store one evening. There's an eviction notice on the door. He laughed. You done snuck home and put this on the door trying to make me think, I got to pay rent. Like, we finna get evicted. I said, you better go down there and talk to him. I said, because I've already made my plan of action. I don't care what the hell you do, but you're not going to keep doing this to me. Finally, he went down there to talk to him. The man came back upstairs like he had seen a ghost. You didn't pay rent. I said, okay, what didn't you understand when you left out of here? I told you I wasn't paying rent. When you came back in here, I told you, go down there, pay rent. You just went down there and you come back in here like you don't understand. No, I have not paid rent. Well, what we gonna do? I said, I don't know what you're gonna do. Like I told you, I got my plan of action. Because I'm not the fool. He left. Then he came back. Oh, he went to court and everything with me. But see, he forgot one thing. When we got the apartment, I put it, my last name is his last name. I didn't use my legal last name. We were engaged. So I used his name. So when we went to court, the judge pretty much addressed him, told him, what needed to be paid, and if this ain't paid, in Atlanta, they didn't play. You had 10 days after you went in front of the court. I told him that. We left out the courtroom. I had already been packing because I know we got to move. He helped me move everything into the storage and everything. We ended up moving over to a hotel. 2 days later, homeboy hit the road. He was gone. I don't know what you gonna do, but you got us into this mess, so you get us out. Okay, no problem. He left. I ended up having to go to a shelter because I wasn't gonna pay for a hotel and pay for my store. I'd rather hold on to my business than to lose my business too. That was before Thanksgiving. You ain't got to worry about me coming back. We through. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, he just talk. But you better believe, every other week or so, he called the store. I answered, oh, you still got the store? Yeah, I got my store. Oh, well, I just called. I don't want nothing. Did you find a place yet? I said, that ain't none of your business. Well, I'm just trying to figure out when I need to come back. I said, what do you mean come back? You told me you wasn't coming back. You say, we're through. Oh, yeah, that's right. I mean, I'm through and everything, but I need to know when I'm coming back and get my furniture. What furniture? The stuff in the storage is mine. What furniture are you referring to, sir? well, you know, uh, oh well, I'll talk to you later. No, don't call me. 2 weeks before Valentine's Day, which is my biggest holiday, when you have a balloon gift business, I got a delivery for some roses. 3 yellow roses. 3 yellow roses. And when I saw who they was from, I took them roses and put them in the trash can. My worker, she could speak a little English, and she asked me, you don't like? I like. I said, if you like, you can have. We're in the store on Valentine's Day and we're working, and guess who walks in? Oh yeah, the idiot. Because he know this is her biggest holiday. There is money to be made. He walked in the store. I looked at him. He looked at me, put his stuff away. Can I help you? Who's next? Can I help you? I said to myself, what is his plan? I know this idiot didn't walk back in my store on Valentine's Day of all days. No, he did not. But I want to see what his plan is. Oh, he worked. He worked like I needed him there. End of the day, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? I said, I don't know what you gonna do, but I got to be back in the shelter by a certain time. Uh, can you give me some money to check? No. You came down the highway and you ain't got money to stay in a hotel? What made you think that I was gonna be here? What makes you think that my store was gonna even be open? I haven't talked to you. And now, because you made a decision to come down the highway, you think I'm going to pay for a hotel room? No, brother, I don't think so. Well, what am I going to do? I says, you need to move out the way because I'm trying to close up here and everything. My birthday is February 16th. Well, I'm going to go ahead and check into a hotel and stay until your birthday, take you out for a nice dinner and everything. Yeah, we went out to dinner on my birthday, but guess who paid? He didn't. I thought I had enough money. I just looked at him. I went on ahead and paid. We got ready to leave. Now look, I need money to get home. I said, I don't know where you're going to get it from. Oh, yes, I do. You know that family account that you were telling me about that time? You know, you need to call one of your sisters and tell her to send you some money from that family account. What are you talking about? I said, you remember when we had a joint checking account and you went and took your name off, but you didn't take your responsibilities off? And you thought I was an idiot when I told you you need to take your responsibilities off? And you told me that's a family account. I said, no, it's not a family account. You took your name off, which means it's my account now. So your insurance and your prepaid legal payment, you need to take and have it put on your own account. That's a family account, Estelle. You don't understand. I said, no, you don't understand. I say, are you putting any money into that account? I don't have to. It's a joint account. I said, you just took your name off. It's not a joint account anymore. It's my account. If you don't put any money in that account for your things, that means that I'm going to be paying them. It's a joint account. Oh, you stupid man. Do men really think we are that stupid? I think they do. He was steadily telling me this is a joint account as I was going on out the door, saying to myself, I don't know who this idiot think I am. Went on to the bank, told him he took his name out, opened his other account, but he didn't take his responsibilities with him. Please remove his stuff and put it on his account. They did. He comes in the house one day They took our money out of my account for my insurance and this, that. I said, okay. How did it get on my account? It's supposed to be on the family account. I said, what family account are you referring to? I want to know how it got on my account. I said, because while you were sitting there trying to tell me it was a family account, like I was an idiot, I said, when I left out the door, I went to the bank and took care of business. Those are not my responsibilities. They're yours. This man, the first apartment that we got, was the only apartment that we got in St. Louis. He couldn't even get his name on the electric or the gas. It was in my name. And he wasn't half paying me. So I moved out one time. He decided he was going to keep the apartment. I laughed. I happened to stop by the apartment one day, and the gas man was there to cut the gas on, because I had it turned off. I had the gas and the electric turned out of my name. The leasing office had to take it out of their name and tell him, you got to put it in your name. So they contacted the gas company for him. The gas company came out to turn it on. Like I said, I stopped by the apartment, and when the man told me he was going to turn on the gas, my first question, whose name is in? He says, he told me it's his name. I said, okay, gladly. Let the man in. Got the gas cut on and everything. And he thought the gas was still in my name. I don't know how he thought the gas was still in my name and how it was going to get paid. He didn't even realize that the leasing office had the gas and electric put in his name until the bill came. I ended up moving back in. Now, mind you, like I said, he couldn't get those things in his name, and the reason being is because he had a past due bill. And if anybody know anything about St. Louis, Missouri, and Laclede Gas, they gonna get their money if you get an apartment. So he had to go and he had to make an arrangement with them to pay that past due bill that he had, which was pretty high. In order for them to keep the gas on there, he had to pay the current bill and a portion of his old bill. This idiot thought that I'm going to pay half of the bill. And I had to let him know, oh, I'm going to pay half of the bill. I'm going to pay half of the current bill. Because that old mess don't concern me. I wasn't nowhere in St. Louis when you created that with whoever you was with. How dare you think I'm going to pay that? You've been moseying your tail around here, not half paying bills up in here, but now that it's in your name, you expect me to pay half? Well, that ain't right. That ain't right. I said, well, I can move right on back out of here if that's the way you feel, and you can pay it all. Well, I guess I'm going to have to figure it out. Yeah, you're going to have to figure it out. Ladies, love yourself. If you ever deal with a narcissistic man and you get away from him, you better have something up here written down or something to remind yourself and never to get back with that idiot. And you take what you have learned from that relationship and that experience, and you make sure you never get into another narcissist relationship again. You all have a blessed day.